Yeah, I'm excited. Hugo's excited. We're both excited. I've said it 3 times there.
That's 3 lashes now after broadcast, Harry. Get the whip out.
I'm going to get as many in as I can because low-key I'm enjoying it. Here is... we're getting ready to head into this, though, Hugo. It's Train, our first battle in which these two teams will go head-to-head. Obviously, Windigo, they surprised us yesterday by being able to bring that series versus Na'Vi very, very close. And there was even a time where maybe they could have walked away with it. Fnatic obviously fell a little flat, losing to G2 in a 2-0 fashion. They're out for redemption today versus the Bulgarian boys. Let's see who takes this series, though, Hugo. That music means one thing and one thing only. What? I'm not starting a band. We're getting in to Train.
You should start a band anyway, Harry. But yes, we are in this first map. Fnatic versus Windigo. Of course, both these teams finding losses yesterday. Windigo far closer than that of Fnatic, who did manage to take it to overtime against G2, but overtime is not a win, Harry. Not necessarily. As we head into it, Windigo's T-side starting down Ivy. It's JW letting them pass, but Blocker checks it. The second man always does. Victor gets another entry, and they are just swimming over this A bomb site right now. Twist trying to submerge, but he will be put down to the grave. Exist, only player left up in the connector, and he has been smoked off. This is looking like a clean round for Windigo.
And Exist, they're going to hunt him down from dusk until dawn. They'll be trying to hunt him. Windigo hungry for the man flesh on the other side of connector. Uh-oh.
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 Oh, no. It's happened. A 1v1, and he's got a kit. Exist can actually do this. Pushing into the bomb site, just Bubble left to beat. He taps on the bomb. Windigo, they can't have thrown it away. And he will anticipate it's planted for Pop Dog, so he reads into that.
Yikes. That was almost a win for Exist, which, of course, great credit to him. Would have been fantastic, but that would be more down to the failures of Windigo in that round. Luckily, they do pick it up, Harry, and 3 rifles going into the second. I actually got the force buy from Fnatic as well. It's pretty good. Exist a lot of kills, so he's got an MP9 with utility and armor. That's not bad for a second round buy. Double scout as well. Fnatic looking to whittle away at Windigo. These rounds are certainly winnable, so got to be careful here. JW, though, getting tagged early up by the scout of Poison. This man was a real beast yesterday. Out-dueling Simple at times with the AWP. So the scout, damage early on. Ship, same story. Flash through, fully blinded is the player on top of the green train. Crim's got to watch out. There's lots of more CTs here on the site. Bomb dropped. Brolin finds it. Poison gets tagged as well. This is getting a little bit hairy for Windigo. They need someone to step up and block the Shao. Splitting and lining up 2 in the old bomb. Twist and JW fall. Exist been spotted, and he will be no longer for this world. 3 AK save for Windigo, and the round taken. 2-0.
It gets dicey, but then it gets spicy. Blocker able to line up 2. Gets a hat-trick in that round. 3 in total. Fantastic stuff from him. Salvages the day. Or saves the day. Salvages the round. Probably what I meant. But now we have another eco from Fnatic. They buy nades across the board. Going to try and employ the nade stack. Curious where they throw them. It will be over here towards A. Windigo have had an affinity with the A bomb site, and if that's set to continue, these nades could do a lot of damage indeed.
Yeah, free kill for it. You'll take that every day of the week if you're Fnatic. Damage onto others as well. These USPs just got a whole lot more lethal as Twist finds out the easy way. Tap onto ships. 5 on 3 here. Windigo have got to slow things down. They can't afford to just barrel into the bomb site and get caught out by these pistols, but Bubble does get a kill from Ivy. That's actually out from T-Con, rather. It's Poison out, Ivy. 3 AKs up, and JW spotted on the ladder. He'll retreat. Poison smoking off that CT spawn. Bubble does get the kill instead as Exist attention is diverted. JW's gone for the long wrap round, but it might be too late. Windigo are on this bomb site with a plant as well. It's Crims up close alongside Brolin. They are waiting for this T-Con flank to make first contact and has found a gun. JW picking it up off the body of the player who died to the nades. But what can he find with it? No one offering them up. Poison. Oh, that's awkward. Flicks background, takes down JW, and Bubble will finish it off. It's Windigo 3-0. A lot of close situations there, but none that Fnatic can capitalize off the back of.
Bubble's already looking good, though, and we saw him and Poison be a bit of a deadly duo yesterday versus Na'Vi. So the fact that he's finding his footing early on sets us up for a promising series indeed. And Twist donning the AWP over on the side of Fnatic. He gets that out here in round number 4. There won't be one for Poison on the Windigo side of things, as they just run 5 rifles into this round.
Early days though. Ooh, awkward Molotov. Keeps Blocker out of the pop dog. Fnatic early Ivy aggression, but with the flashes coming out from T-Con, they're trying to set Bubble up for another entry. As you said, he's had a great start. Can he continue? Smokes do allow him to get deep towards the connector. Oh, Brolin on the other side, spraying through. The train is there, but JW is still within the bomb site. Blick Victor getting that plant in, and no one's going to be able to stop it. It's a 4-on-3 for Fnatic in the post-one, but through the smoke, JW gets caught. It's looking good for Windigo to close out this round, unless Fnatic have the next kill in their favor. Crims needs it desperately, and he might find it. Blocker flicking back and taking the frag, and this is falling apart for Fnatic.
They even can't exist, and now just Twist remains. Misses the timing. Back for more, but Victor is looking good. And it's just been multi-kills from the side of Windigo to carry them through these last few rounds. Right, Blocker over in the second gets himself 3, then a 4K in the round after. That round there is Victor with 4, but if they can keep on stepping up like this, they're in for a blinding start. They're already sat 4-0 up. This is already a great T side, and Fnatic onto an eco here. It only stands to get better for Windigo.
You would think, right? More nades up for Fnatic for this stack, but nothing found of it. It's Windigo. I love the pace they're setting in this game already. Just straight down Ivy with no utility. Now JW's close. And close enough. Takes down Ships. Bubble checking the corner, does get the trade. Plenty more CTs around this right side, so the flash will force Crims off the angle. He gets blinded by it. The wrap round from Twist as well. He's been smoked. There's a gap. Molly misses, and Twist can approach. He can move through that corner. Bubble getting spammed. Kill won't come through, but Victor's fallen in the meantime. This is getting dicey once again for Windigo. These mid-round situations, and Fnatic are just piling in. 2 kills from Twist. Blocker now alone in a 1-on-3, and he's on 14 points of health to do it. Doesn't look winnable. Crims has spotted him as well. All the info that Fnatic need, and they will find that half buy round. Look at the money they're going to make out of it. They can have everything here.
Yeah, we finally see one of these ecos that have been able to get things so close in the Fnatic side pull through. And Windigo, while they stood looking promising to get a 5-0 start, it has been snatched away from them. Fnatic, hungry. Justifiably so. You know, we've already seen their Swedish brothers of NIP falling into that 4th place slot. They're looking to try and keep themselves out of that hole here. And really, if they want to do it, they kind of need this win versus Windigo. You know, the remaining matchup they've got is versus Na'Vi, who, you know, I mean, haven't looked amazing thus far, obviously losing to G2 and almost losing to Windigo, but certainly not the opponent you want to be coming up against just to try and dig yourself out of that 4th place slot. So Fnatic, this is a very important series for them, and they know it.
But it goes both ways. Windigo almost took the game versus Na'Vi, just losing 16-14 on the 3rd map. So it goes both ways, Harry. Windigo looking like a threat in the group when teams may not have expected them. 4-1 up. And a bit of a B play as well. Fnatic, 2 players on this site. We have Twist with the AWP up in the rafters. Exists with a molly ready on ramp, but they could throw a smoke on it if they want to commit right through that, catching him without his gun in hand. Windigo just taking their time here. And the lack of presence shown on A after a lot of, you know, very fast early rounds means Fnatic are going to pre-rotate rolling over. They've got 3 men here. Flashes are good, shots are better. Blocker taking down Exist, and now Windigo deep in the site with the bomb going down as well. 4-on-3, Fnatic will take the advantage.
Oh, Brolin snatching 2 players from the ranks of Windigo. Victor really has to come up clutch from this close position now, more so than ever, as he's thrown into the 1-on-4, and JW just barreling through that smoke.
Nice.
Yeah, just making sure he's dead.
Yeah. They always say double tap.
I think Windigo's, I don't know how accurate this is, but I'm pretty sure in folklore, I think it's like only fire can kill them or something like that. So there you go. Just making sure he's dead.
Well, if only fire kills them, then I mean, those bullets won't really matter,
What's
Harry.
the plural of Windigo? Windigeese.
Windigeese. You can't just add east to anything, Harry.
Windigeese, then.
Windigeese. The Windigamers back in with an eco, though, on this T side. Pistols and armor, and look at this Ivy push from Fnatic, looking to take control of this part of the map. The Molotovs actually section the T's off, push them forward, but Poison's more than happy with that. He'll take the kill every day of the week. JW dead, and Crim's just going to smoke it off, give the gun away. Poison, the one man without armor, will throw it over to Ships. So he looks to set sail towards this A bomb site. The rest of Windigo up in T-Con with that bomb as well, but Fnatic still have a triple A setup despite the man disadvantage.
Ships has recovered this AK from the body of JW there. That gives them something to work with in this round. It's the lack of a smoke that's going to make this B play a tricky one. With Exist playing back in connector and nothing to get him off of this angle aside from the one flash on blocker, you are going to have a hard time getting into B. That's where you're going to look to this rifle on Ships to really come up trumps, and Exist laying down the pain. Actually gets tagged up a bit and finished off by Victor. So Windigo making quick work of this Fnatic full buy with this cobbled together partial investment that they've got. Poison coming in on the late wrap. Should be able to finish off Twist all day long, and now it is just Brolin slipping and sliding down through the ramp. But Brolin might have done it. Bomb's not planted for Poison. If he gets on the defuse, he's got it.
Oh, he's getting close.
Ooh, he's very close indeed, but Brolin just gets it with milliseconds to spare and seconds from death. Does fall after the time, but Brolin bails Fnatic out of that round. A 1v4 from the young gun.
And that first spray on the player down back grey, I mean, that looked like a whiff, Harry, waiting to happen. I thought that round was surely over, and I'm sure Windigo did too. Slip out from underneath their feet. Butterfingers. But they have got the buy. AWP in for Poison as well. Twist has already started off this map strongly. JW is going to join him with the AWP, that is. Cross through the Molotov. Poison's now posted up, but JW's going to smoke him off for the time being. Doesn't want anything to do with that. Victor trying to pressure B in the meantime as well. It's only Exist here. Might have to call for a bit of assistance, so Twist rotating on round. Lots of utility going down this Ivy position. Bubble's even going to spam Crim's dead. He pushed through the smoke. And they shot through it as well, so no information for Windigo, but they'll take the kill every day of the week. JWs now have to fill up that position alone with the AWP. Exist has left B. Fnatic gambling that it will be this A play, and they've gambled correctly because the 3 down Ivy and 2 up T-Con. Windigo looking to hit this site.
JW going to try and catch the timing. No one going through this smoke, so Exist now giving up his position, and Poison does barrel through. JW is there to keep an eye on exactly that, and he'll be in with a second. Bomb looks to go down, and it will, with JW closing this gap. It's Blocker and Bubble left standing, and Bomb ticking down. Flash round, gets Bubble off from the trade. So many players around him, but he finds that fight onto Exist. Knows that JW is coming from Ivy, but first deals with Twist over in connector. JW, fast as ever. And it will be the defuse for Mr. Wonderchild. Fnatic going to go 4-4.
What a round from JW, and the same story from Bubble. The two players that, you know, well, especially on the side of Bubble, has been opening up a lot of these situations for Windigo, but 2 kills immediately traded. JW waits for no one. And as soon as he gets that AWP in his hands, Harry, he goes to the top of the scoreboard. Or at least just alongside Brolin, of course. The young gun leading Fnatic here. 4-4 Windigo. They've got money, but they're hesitating with the buy, and that's because a pause is coming through. They want to discuss how they want to approach this rifle round, because Fnatic are beginning to build an economy, but knowing that only 1 player survived in the previous means that Windigo can break it here and now. So a very important round in to decide how this half will be going. If they lose it, we imagine that Fnatic will start to get a bit of momentum. On the flip side, if Windigo win it, they can get their T-side done and dusted before Fnatic even have another buy round up their sleeve. So let's see what the game plan is here for Windigo.
I mean, if they can coordinate their game like they did that three-way fist bump just then, they will have no problems. Or back out for Poison, so we have someone to go toe-to-toe with JW once again. Last round, Poison falls to that smoke push down in Ivy. Not keen on replicating that, but he does throw some utility down Ivy way initially. These nades... Ooh, finish off Bubble. Actually, the Molotov spreads onto him as that nade dinks him down. So already, before Fnatic have even seen anyone on this Windigo side, they're sitting a man up. Going to extend that even further now thanks to Brolin. And oh, they get stuck on the ladder. They still manage to find Crims somehow, some way, but it might not matter. There's only Victor remaining. Nice shot to get rid of Brolin. But so many players lie in wait. He has to first deal with JW, and he will. So now down to the 1v2, but Twist holding down the angle. And the AWP, not quite saved.
Especially when Fnatic don't have a lot of money, that's not a good situation, losing the AWP, but a round is a round, and they do win it. Which I guess is a more important factor of the two. Windigo, they had a great start to this map, but Fnatic have started to recover once hitting the gun rounds. That was a messy exchange in the pop dog as well. Brolin getting two outside T-con while Windigo failed to even get inside of the ladder. The top player spraying, and the bottom player was blind, so he actually was stuck on the ladder and couldn't fall off. He didn't know where he was. Same story for Crims, who missed the spray. Now Windigo with half buys and pistols setting up inside of this B bomb site. Fnatic already know it because Brolin's got aggressive up in T-con, so we're going to see rotations come through. 3 players immediately to beat for Fnatic. Their reads have been very good so far. Looking to keep that as well as Windigo walk into this stacked bomb site.
Crims gets caught out up on top of the train, so they do deal with the first man. Exist here trying to bail Fnatic out of this round, and he might have done enough. With that double, they are getting chipped on down. Another kill going the way of Windigo, and Ships with his deadly deagle up in the rafters, shutting down another. 2v2 still doable, still possible in the Windigo side of things, especially as they've just brought Brolin down to 35 points of health. They try and spur on these peaks, but it might not matter because now it is just Exist left standing. Ooh, they try and plant for the Ships on this wrap round, and now it relies fully on him finding Exist. Exist is on for the ace. Oh, but Ships jumping down silently. The wrap is rewarded. Windigo win it with just pistols in spite of that stack in the B bomb site from Fnatic. They get the job done.
Yeah, that was scary as well, right? Because going for that right side plant, Exist had the read. But not aware that the flank was coming through. Ships does save the day there for Windigo. What a pistol round to pick up, especially considering Exist gets, what, 3 kills there on that defense. And the early rotation for Fnatic. Everything was looking good for them, but Windigo, with their fragging... Sorry. With their, I don't even know what point I was going to make, but we'll move on. Rifle round here for Windigo, and Poison already picking up one with the AWP. This Ivy getting smoked off from Fnatic. They will get aggressive. Making up for the fact that they're already down a man, but they're already down weaponry as well. Only a solo AWP here for Brolin. Everyone else on pistols here for the Fnatic side of things. They're going to gamble. Good choice. Stack towards B. It didn't work last time, but they can't exactly bank on that. The issue is, even though this bomb is being taken towards B, Windigo have a double Ivy setup. If these two players push prior to the bomb, then they're going to realize A is empty.
Yeah, it becomes a game of timings now for Fnatic. Is this B-side stack going to get discovered? If Twist pushes maybe on the back of killing him, we see Windigo look to commit, but this Ivy play is now coming through. They're baited into the crosshair of Brolin. That's almost the collateral, and he's going to find them both. The bomb has been dropped. And now only Poison here. He's not ready for JW up close. The timing might just elude him. And 35 seconds, Windigo now have to play for this B site. The bomb's still under control of Fnatic, and they do finally give it up, but Windigo aren't aware of that fact. They've got to take time to clear all these angles, and this is where you're looking at Brolin once again. Bombs retrieved, 15-second rotate into the A bomb site is very optimistic. They've got Bubble holding down the connector. It just becomes a matter of timing now. And this bomb trying to get in time will go down with a second to spare. They're trying to deny it desperately, but they're not quite able to do so. It's now 3-on-3. Poison sat in the pop dog, the bomb planted for him. This becomes a very tricky round indeed for Fnatic. Brolin's already delivered 2, but he's got to go above and beyond. Wow. And that there could be the thing that kickstarts the retake for the Swedes. Ships is gone. Poison does get rid of the AWP on the other side of things. Time ticking away, and with Bubble dropping JW, it's Crims left alone. 1v2, the bomb planted out in the open, and both players with a crossfire onto it. There was no hope there for Crims.
I bet Fnatic regret giving up that bomb in the B halls as well. I think a lot of the reason that they did it is they assumed more Ts were up in the halls, but the issue is it was actually bubbled deep within the A bomb site once Windigo actually lost the early fights up B upper. Not flanking through connector though, just holding A for Windigo to retrieve that bomb and go for the rotation. Maybe misinformation for Fnatic that will elude around. And all their money with it. Was that pistol AWP buy in the previous, so Fnatic running off of fumes here as they give away a 7th to Windigo on this T side of train. A dominant half is ahead of us here for the Bulgarians. Fnatic, without the weaponry to fight back, Windigo are going to just crawl up Ivy early on, smoke to the left side to commit towards A. JW going to peer up into T-Con as well, but these players are only just coming out of the B halls. What is this? Crimson Brolin? They just win USP fights versus AKs. JW just needs 1, but he only gets a dink. Victor does peek the angle. 2 players up close. Another tag for Fnatic. This is certainly still winnable, but it's starting to get difficult with the trades coming in for Windigo.
But it's Brolin biding his time at the E-box, hoping that some of these players meander their way into his crosshair anytime soon. Twist has got the attention of Poison. He will check close, but Brolin able to drop the bomb, and now it's only Victor and Blocker left standing. Both these players are low. Twist, all it takes is a tap on a both of them, and he might be able to find the round, but it doesn't come through. The lack of armor going to send his aim flying. And Windigo will cement a 7th round now on their T side.
This is an impressive half from Windigo, especially considering it started off, you know, with a pistol and they get the 4-0 off the back of that. And then Fnatic just get rifles and win 4 rounds back to back. And at that point, you're thinking, okay, they figured it out, you know. We just needed Fnatic on guns. But even then, Windigo win a huge eco round, or at least a force. And since then, it has all been coming up Bulgarian. 7-5. Fnatic now, if you want to call this a buy, you can, but there's not much behind it. AWP with no armor. Crims is taking that. We've seen 4 different players run the AWP this map for Fnatic. That's mainly down to the economical woes they've been stuck in. Utility a miss as well. Crims tries to fight Ivy, but he needs to turn back around towards it because they're walking down. Crims finds 1, backing off, giving them Ivy control. He saw Ships there as well, so Fnatic should be aware of a second player, but Ships has not hesitated in his push. He's gone all the way through. This smoke could fade, and that could come back to bite him, but Crims is wrapped round towards a spawn side, misses the shot. Ships getting even further, and now Fnatic needs to be aware of this back wrap. This could get very, very dicey indeed. Ships avoiding Crims. And Twist is pushed up into the B halls as well. We can see this full A rotation from Fnatic. Well-timed peek from Brolin, but Ships catches it, killing Crims as well. The communication not there for Fnatic, and it might cost them the round, but this drop has just saved it. Twist into the pop dog, finding the bomb and 2 kills, and Ships now stuck in a 1-on-3.
Oh, and on the other side of that smoke, JW just sprays on through, deleting Ships and rectifying that round for Fnatic. It was the 2 lurkers on either side of the coin that almost picked that up for their team. It was Twist with that push into the B halls, blindsiding the Pop Dog players, and from that moment on, the round was as good as done.
But despite all that, Harry, Fnatic's still not sitting in the lead.
Wait a minute. So there's another mystery yellow liquid. I'm pretty sure it's the same chair that Zeus was sat in earlier when he pulled his out.
Maybe they just found his juice.
Yeah, they just reached under the desk like, oh, some Zeus juice is here already. Fruity.
Fruity.
I mean, it's better. I mean, that's how you'd want it. I mean, I think actually you want it to taste like nothing if you're drinking a mystery yellow liquid.
If it tastes like nothing, surely it's even more worrying.
I don't know, yeah.
Nothing tastes like nothing
yeah,
but
that's
water.
True. That's true.
And even water tastes of something.
Yeah. No, I mean, you're right. Like, point is, they so I've really lost their train of thought now.
They love a Zeus juice, Harry, and we all do. Although Windigo not wanting to sip what Na'Vi were drinking earlier, falling to G2. They don't want to do the same versus these Swedes. It is 7-6 right now, but pistols out for Windigo. Once again, a swing round for Fnatic to equalize his scoreline. They've been the ones on the back foot, but they've also been the ones breaking the money time and time again for Windigo, and they're looking to capitalize off the back of it. Smoke down Ivy. JW not looking to get picked up by these pistols.
Windigo just waiting, hoping that this patience is eventually rewarded with someone from Fnatic going aggressive, but they know they're only up against pistols. They know they can't afford to throw any rifles their way. So Windigo now have to be the first to make a move. JW is going to get challenged here, down towards Ivy. Misses this initial volley, and with two players on the other side, he's in real danger. Crim's now trying to bail Fnatic out, but Poison's in with the return. Brolin might have just saved the day, though. From up in the heavens, he gets a double. And he has been playing out of his mind in this map. 19-12. Call him Brolin the Golem because he's got, you know, nerves of steel and made of stone.
But still one round left of the half, Harry, and still a chance for Windigo to take the lead on this T side. I mean, their T side is already done, as far as I'm considered. But they can make it even better. The cherry on top would be that 8th round, and they set up quickly outside of the B site for it. Early smoke from Fnatic. So this looks to play off the back of it, getting aggressive but getting caught. That's just going to open up B, and Windigo want to go Hail Mary into the bomb site. There's no one else here. Fnatic playing aggressive with only one man is going to lose in the site, and maybe the round, but Crims could have bailed them out with two, lining them up. Bomb being thrown onto the site. Victor needs to get that plant in right now because his teammate's low and they're in a 2-on-3. Poison's now committed within B. They're not playing for the box halls post plant. Luckily enough, Fnatic aren't flanking either. They're all coming grouped together. Good nade. We'll find a big chunk of damage, but JW looking to send the package back. Poison can't find the angle, and now Fnatic are beginning to approach. JW, one more kill. Poison now alone.
Brolin able to mop him up, and that will be Fnatic salvaging that round, securing an 8-7 half, which isn't too bad considering they were sat, what, 4-7 down at one point in time. They are able to get back in to this map and salvage a reputable CT side half. Definitely not within the realms of a comeback looking to their T side, but it will require a monstrous effort. That man on the screen, Brolin, he's been playing out of his mind. Will the rest of Fnatic step up to accommodate it? That's the question moving into their T half. Or will Windigo take their map pick? Join us after the break to find out. An explosive first map from either side of the coin, really, in this matchup that has been Windigo versus Brolin. We've seen the youngster look fantastic right now. 136 ADR, Hugo. He's been playing out of his mind. But we started to see some more from the likes of Crims, from JW. They started to find their footing a bit. Fnatic are going to need to have all their pieces of the puzzle stepping up heading into their second half. Windigo fielding a pretty damn decent T side.
Yeah, for sure. Fnatic are going to need to pick their feet up and do the same, if not better, here as we head into the second half. T side for Fnatic. Of course in the lead, don't get us wrong, but 7-round T side is pretty damn good for Windigo, and we're going to need Fnatic to go one step further. Lots of utility, that's one thing to note. 3 nade players for the side of Fnatic. And only 1 on a P250. Right down Ivy they go. Blocker's here on the other side. He's going to get smoked off, and that gives Twist an avenue into A. He's not going to wait for anyone. He goes straight in. Victor's got to watch out. He's being wrapped. Bubble as well on the bomb train. Able to find an angle. 2 players peeking him at once, but he gets one. Victor joins the party. Bubble goes down to a grenade, but Fnatic is still being sectioned off by the smokes. Windigo all over this A bomb site right now in a 3-on-2, and this bomb plant is nowhere near coming through. JW lines up a double out of nowhere. Windigo don't check Ivy. And Poison now left alone. He's found a P250, but he's stuck in a 1-on-2.
Ooh. Exist able to get out, but they lose J double kill inside of the bomb site, and now Poison. 1-on-1, he already spotted Exist crossing back from main, and the Shadow betrays him, but that is a lovely shot nonetheless. The pistol round goes the way of Windigo, once again coming down to a tight 1v1 with Exist in the clutch. Now they're set up to take the lead in this map. 8-8, all tied. No money for Fnatic. They're not going to be employing a force buy here, as we see teams do so much, as we saw them do in the first half. Instead, wanting to get rifles out across the board, so Windigo should be taking the lead here. Unless something goes very, very wrong. And that would not be the first time that's happened at the Pro League thus far. So let's wait and see how this round pans out exactly. Fnatic setting up for the B play, and a scout here alongside the MP9 of Ships to hold them back.
It's back boost as well with a P250 trying to catch a player con side, but no one fighting for Windigo. They play close up. The SMGs is Poisoned on the scout. He might have to deal with a few Ts coming his way. Quick tag for Oil. Ships going to be holding close. Oh, they jump and he can't connect the shots. Poison's now got to make up for it because he dies. It's a 5-on-3. Luckily getting one before his demise. Opening up this round for his teammates to get back in. But the bomb plant's here for Fnatic and guns are being retrieved. JW trying to take a fight. Twist will win it. Blocker getting one in the meantime. It's a 3-on-2, but Windigo are waiting for no one. Fast pushing back into B. Blocker getting tagged and Glock to the wall. Crims keeps up the bullets and takes him down. Now it's Victor alone. Does catch the timing back towards a ramp. No one's watching the backline. They don't know he's this deep in the site, but Kit to work with. He's got time. Baits the peak, but doesn't know there's a man to his left. And Harry, you said anything's possible. Well, that's been proven. Fnatic, they make it work.
Yeah, people do win eco rounds, and we get to see that here. Fnatic with, I think it was 2 P250s, and that was it.
Yes.
Managed to pick that round up. Now, I said something would have to go horribly wrong, and Windigo didn't disappoint. They were a perfect bad example in that round, which is a real shame considering how...
Windigo are a team that are very much like confidence-driven, right? And you're going to see them want to take these gunfights a lot of the time, but that's a situation where it's like they're running in one by one thinking, oh, they're just decoying players, it's fine, but you're running into it 1v3s, you're just going to get traded at max, so... Maybe grouping up and setting up for a team retake together would have been a far better call for them to make.
Now, of course, Crims managed to wallbang someone with a Glock.
Classic.
Now, I can't even kill someone with a Glock not through a wall. Even then, I hit them for like 90 and 7. So, kind of impressive for him to hit someone 100 times with the Glock to get that kill off through the wall.
Didn't know he had that much time.
Now this A play looking to come through. Bubble is primed and ready for it, and these pistols looking to try and come in with a response, but Twist, JW, and Exist might have denied it.
just the B rotate left, and that bomb plant will not get stopped, but JW will, in his tracks. Ships have won, Crims with the trade, and Fnatic will be able to deal with the pistols. First kill going against them was certainly a bit of a scary one, but they recover nicely. And this is the start of a T-side for Fnatic, and it's getting closer and closer, considering they're going to get given 11 rounds off the back of this. Has to be an eco for Windigo. And doubtful they're going to be able to repeat the efforts of Fnatic with this full eco round. That being said, typically easier on the CT side to get. But you rely on a lot of things going away. However, this Ivy Rush certainly might. There's only one man on the other side. It's JW. He gets one. Orc now going to come into the picture. And everyone's here in the T-spawn waiting for it. The info was called. So Fnatic were patient, and they will get the round done and dusted. 11-8, as quick as you like. And now we've got the buy round here for Windigo.
Such a devastating start from them, though. They would have loved to have, you know, started to rise above and beyond Fnatic. Now, they do get this buy up, as you say. But we don't have that AWP in the hands of Poison. Instead, he's relegated down to the Scout. So, definitely far from ideal for Windigo. Three-man setup over here toward B initially, and they might look to take some aggression here. Poison looking to do damage, just soften them up for ships to deal the killing blow. Actually, might all come up ships. Blocker even going to get some damage off onto Twist. That triple setup early on will get telegraphed to Fnatic, who now look to hit this A bomb site from Popdog and Ivy.
Yeah, they took their time, though, and that's given ample time for Windigo to rotate back towards A. They're coming through the spawn as we speak. Exist trying to push out with Brolin. Victor's on top of the con side. Bubble's going to find himself one, doubles it, taking down the AWP. Brolin jumps to his death after just one kill, and this late Ivy lurk. JW's been on the shift key all day long, but now he's got to let off and spray. Two immediately, but does not expect the third. Will be saved by Windigo. That triple B setup finding great success. Even though Fnatic had the information, they took their time with that rotate. Windigo will win it out. Their first actual full buy round of the half going their way.
Yeah, right in their wrongs, not letting the events of round 2 get to them. And now we have the buy back in from Fnatic. AWP going to be out on Twist. Once again, wasn't able to really do too much with it in the round prior. This time, no triple B setup to catch him off guard from the Windigo side. Instead, just doubling up ships and Poison inside of this B bomb site. But how things look right now, they might get tested sometime soon. JW outside of A to try and sell a fake, but it might not ever be required as actually Brolin saving the day somewhat here into the B bomb site, continuing this reign of terror. No one can put a stop to him as he's onto a third. This was looking like a done deal for Windigo. Brolin is throwing everything into this round with the triple, and he's still alive, still kicking, still looking to try and do that much more damage as he holds from the oil train. He's going to spot his fourth. He's on for the ace, and Bubble surely should be able to deny it. There is a man holding this portion, but Exist able to win that fight in a 12th round for Fnatic. Brolin, he deserves that fist bump because once again, he saved the day.
Yeah, he's been doing that all game long for Fnatic. 4 huge opening kills into that bomb site. And this T side starting to piece together for Fnatic. It was back and forth at the beginning with this pistol round going the way of Windigo, and then still the force buys coming, or not even the force buy, the eco working out for Fnatic rather. But now as we hit the rifle rounds, Windigo can't afford to trade back and forth. They are sitting in the back seat by quite a margin here. Fnatic only a few rounds away from taking away this Bulgarian's map pick. 135 ADR on Brolin. That's pretty nuts.
Yeah, I mean, he's approaching 30 kills, and this game is still a ways from being over just yet. He is having one hell of a time right now, and Fnatic, they owe a lot to him in this match right now.
Yeah, full eco now for Windigo. They've just got to take it on the chin with some pistols. All USPs, not $1 of investment. Poison will have that AWP coming up in the next, and we have this little boost for Windigo. I like it when teams do this on full USP rounds. You never really have much stake in these anyway, so try and catch your opponents out. Try and do something spicy. That they will down towards A. The issue is Fnatic have completely avoided this setup. They've walked right into the box halls and looking to execute on this B site. Even Poison leaving. Not the most perfect timing here for Fnatic. Or sorry, for Windigo. It is the perfect timing for Fnatic, who are just going to walk blindly into the bomb site. Windigo realizing the error of their ways now, but there's not really much they can do. Just stay grouped. Make sure you try and trade this. You know you can take a couple of guns away from Fnatic, maybe even save them for the future. Although Brolin looking to hit that 30 bomb, he certainly could here. Dinked immediately, but 2-3, he's found it. 30 kills from Brolin, and the round is done and dusted before you know it. 13 rounds for Fnatic. Keeping it up here on the T side.
And this is where, you can just let Brolin off the leash, right? You can just have him barrel into bomb sites and win the round for you. CT side, it's a lot more unreliable, right? It's very easy just to dodge one man, as it were, or constantly have Brolin trying to come up clutch in these 1vx retakes. But T side, he's a lot harder to deal with. He chooses where the fights go down, when and where. And this round is no exception. He's just barreled out from main. He will finally get dealt with. So what a scalp to find if you're Blocker and Victor there. And this time, with no Brolin to bail them out, you're going to look to the other 4 players on the side of Fnatic to grind a means back into this round. They do have some control down here towards Ivy. Now with that smoke falling from Blocker, that will hold them at bay for the time being.
The re-smoke down for Fnatic. They're still looking to push on through. JW, oh, he sneaks through. The molly there makes Windigo think that no one's come through Ivy just yet, surely, but quite the opposite. JW is now behind enemy lines and no one's watching for it either. He can just go all the way into the B site. We may even see Fnatic back off of Ivy here because they can just go set up outside of the B halls. They have plenty of time to do so. Although JW wants to kill the B players and still hit A, maybe hoping that Windigo will rotate, and he's found one. Wants a little bit more information than that. Unfortunately, he won't get ships, but he will get the knife. That will do. JW in the back lines. This makes Windigo scramble towards B, but now the bombs come through Ivy. Victor, the only man who can really save this round, but he's been blindsided by Crims. JW eventually traded, but the A site has fallen.
Oh, and Blocker dropped, trying to barrel out, trying to catch them as they set up these post plants. It's only Bubble remaining. JW, like that fairy tale, just appearing in your worst nightmares. Around every corner he could be. And Windigo learned that the hard way. A 14th round for Fnatic here. The AWP carried forward at least.
The thing is, someone was watching that Molotov and the smoke, but I think the smoke that comes up from the Molotov, the black smoke, makes it very hard to see through it unless you're close to the molly.
No, so what I think it was is they re-smoked Ivy on the side of Windigo, then they threw that CT smoke and the Molotov fell. So combined with that and the fact that they were holding it, he was allowed to sneak through kind of the edge of the 2 smokes where the molly wasn't.
That's it.
And get into CT. A very big gamble, right? They didn't know if there was anyone on the other side, but on the back of him getting through, he now knows, okay, so they're watching Ivy from inside of the A-bomb site. I've now got a lot of ground, and the decision of the rest of the team not to try and join him is a big one. They just allow that flank to come in from one man and one man only. Had they got spotted, suddenly you would have seen those players in the B-bomb site checking the behind, very aware that players could have slipped through, and that could have led to the demise of JW.
I like that he kills the B players, not the A players as well, because he knows the best way to really scramble that round up is to kill the B players. And the reason being is because Windigo is going to suddenly think, oh no, we've lost B players, we're being flanked. Fnatic are going to hit the B site, and you see players leave A. At the same point, Fnatic commit to the Ivy push that they had earlier established, and not only catch Victor in the corner, but completely overwhelm that A bomb site. So great round from Fnatic, great round from JW, and 14-9, they're just 2 away from taking Windigo's map pick off of them. Certainly looking likely here. Bubbles on the AWP, everyone else saved with pistols. Ship's getting aggressive. He's been spotted. Crim spraying, not going to be able to get the kill, but good damage and early info. Sends Ships packing.
It's Brolin to open this round up. JW is in some danger, but he'll check for poison. Does get dropped by Victor, but it's quickly traded once again by the young gun on Fnatic. 2 players left here for Windigo, and Bubble will shut down the first man. This is by no means impossible for the Bulgarian squad. Especially not with Ships now recovering this 1 AK from Ivy. Exist just waiting for someone to creep into his crosshair. Ships has to check close right, and he won't.
Oh.
So now it's Bubble and a 1v3 to deny map point the way of Fnatic on Windigo's map pick.
And all the time in the world for Fnatic to do this. They spot him as he takes down Exist. Flashes to try and get himself back out. Brolin's going to stick the plant. Bubble won't be able to stop it here, and he won't be able to get much further. Twist has him covered. That smoke leaving a huge gap on the left side, not covering Pop Dog at all. That will be Fnatic now. Map point, as you say, on Windigo's pick. This was such a close affair, Harry. This was such a good T-side half from Windigo, finding 7 rounds, but Fnatic hit the T-side and they have not stopped.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen them muster 1 in the rifles, right? You take into account that they pick up that pistol round, then they end up losing to the full eco of Fnatic, and they've not really recovered since then. Fast from JW over here towards B, but it's Brolin to find the opener once more. And for Windigo, that's been such a huge problem, right? Is how do you contain Brolin when he's firing off on all cylinders like this? They've really struggled with it every round. He's just gone barreling into Olaf out through main, and almost every time he's been able to find an opener on the back of it.
Flashing into B through the smoke. Fnatic want to end this with style. Ships is still here, but he's been spotted. Crims won't give him the second shot. Bubble, same story. He's not even going to get the first. And Poison trying to come through the connector, but he's fully blinded by the flashbangs. Fnatic get the bomb down, and it's a double con rotate from Windigo to retake a 2-on-4 against so many players and so much utility. Fnatic looking like they got this one in the bag. The shot with the AWP does hit, and Blocker finds one in the meantime. This is still winnable for Windigo as they start to close the distance. That peak on the right side of the Grey Train's been spotted, but JW has a Molotov. Smoke on Blocker. It does go on the bomb. No kits, and JW has got to stop this defuse, but it's being covered from Poison. They're sticking it, and they will take the round. Windigo keep this game alive for at least 1 more.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
They keep the dream alive. A 10th round for Windigo. They pull the 2v4 off. Somehow, some way. There's still quite the road left to go down over in the Windigo side of things, but baby steps, and the first step has been taken. They normally get easier after that.
But these are already going to get harder, Harry.
It did feel like Fnatic maybe got a bit overzealous, maybe got a bit ahead of themselves there, right? In the 4-on-2, they've been able to win these gunfights time and time again, so we did just see players kind of freely peeking into Windigo. Rest assured they won't be keen on making that mistake again, because Windigo are not a team to be underestimated. As Na'Vi had to learn the hard way yesterday, Fnatic learn in that round there. Still, the buy here on the side of Fnatic stronger than that of Windigo in spite of them winning that last round. And Brolin, his success rate over here in main is incredible. JW's dropped another man down towards Ivy, and immediately it's a 5-on-3. Windigo having to try and claw their way back into this round before it's even really begun.
Fnatic taking their time this time, not rushing the gun, not running the gun, but JW catches Poison going for the AWP shot, missed. JW, did he see the player at back green? I think he did, but just running past the kill Ships instead. Blindsided, I guess he never knew. Bubble does get the kill, but Fnatic will shut down the round. It's 16-10, and the second Windigo get a CT side round, Fnatic have had enough of it. They hit them with the A play. What a game from Brolin as well. With Fnatic looking this good in the first map of the series, it sets us up for quite a banger. We do have that second map coming up next, so join us in just a moment for the desk and then map number 2.